You're not busy at work right now, are you? What time will you be home?
Mom, I'm still busy at work. I'll come home late today, maybe around 10 p.m.
Huh? You don't even get paid for overtime work since your company is a small one, right? Don't work for nothing. Just get back home quickly.
If you're just going to talk to me like that, can you please stop texting me? I'm really busy at work.
Don't talk back to me. You make it sound as if I had a lot of spare time.
What do you want, Mom?
Oh, now I remember what I was gonna tell you. I want you to buy some delicious sweets if you're coming home early. Sandy is coming over.
Really?
Yes, but you will be home late, right? Since I know that you won't need dinner, I'm going to eat out with Sandy.
What about Dad? I think he needs dinner.
You and your father can eat whatever you want. I cook dinner every day, so don't complain if I go out to eat with Sandy once in a while. Even housewives need a day off.
Neither me or my father ever complained about you.
I'm depressed every day taking care of your father and you, so I need to take a break once in a while.
I didn't say that I disagree with you. Why don't you do whatever you want then? You don't have to say you're depressed all the time.
You know what? I'm tempted to say at least that. I've been taking care of my family for decades now. And to think that's how my life is going to end is just depressing.
I don't know why you would say that to me. Why don't you have a hobby then?
I don't need that. I have Sandy to take care of me. I'm fine as long as she is around. Besides, she knows a lot of good restaurants, so I'm looking forward to it.
Oh well, why don't you get going then? Have fun.
I will. Besides, since your salary is cheap salary, there's no way you can take me to some fancy restaurants. Sandy really is a good daughter, isn't she? She's always treating me with delicious food.
Sorry that I'm not a good daughter for you. I can't be filial to my parents, and I can't be as thoughtful as Sandy anyway.
The way you talk is as bad as your father. Well, it's in the DNA, so it can't be helped.
I think we should end our conversation here. I'm busy. I'm still working diligently, you know.
Yeah, whatever. Then you must work hard because poor people don't have time to take a break. Do you mind if I go into your room?
Why are you going there?
Because Sandy is coming back. So I need to clean the room and I want to get rid of unnecessary things.
Are you going to empty my room?
Yes, of course. It's the only room we have here.
What about me then? I will lose my own room if you do that.
Don't be so naive. You're old enough to move out.
What? I don't like it when you say that out of the blue. Why so sudden? You didn't say anything about moving out until yesterday.
You know what? I don't care how small your company is. You have enough money to live on your own, don't you? You can leave anytime you want.
Well, I have money, but it's too sudden and I need to prepare for the move.
If you don't say anything selfish about the size of the room or how close it is to the station, you'll find a room soon. Why don't you just hire a mover for your luggage? If it's just the initial cost, I can pay for it.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Sandy said that it's hard for her to commute from her current house. She's tired most of the time and she doesn't eat her meals regularly. I want to help her as soon as possible.
You should consider about my circumstances too.
Sandy works for a big company and she has nasty rivals at work. She's different with you, who only does a boring job that anyone can do. Sandy is my top priority, no matter what.
Can you please explain to me why you treasure Sandy so much? I'm your daughter too, right? You obviously have been treating me unfairly.
Why don't you stop being so mean all the time? Sandy and you are different, so it can't be helped. There's no use in comparing both of you.
Even though we're blood-related sisters? What's the difference?
That's what I want to ask you. Why are both of you so different, even though you're sisters? I'm sure you two were born out of my belly, but...
Huh? What does that mean?
Sandy has the perfect face and style. She was always the best in her study too. On the other hand, your grades aren't so good. Your appearance is also not so good. I don't even know what kind of job you're doing at that small company. Besides, your monthly salary is cheap too. You and your sister were born in the same house, ate the same food, and grew up the same way. But why are both of you so different?
I now understand that in your mind, me and Sandy are that different. That surprises me. I didn't know that you thought about me that way.
I've been wondering about that all this time, since both of you are blood-related sisters.
Okay, I understood. I don't want to live with a mother who thinks that way about me. I'll leave gracefully. You'll be satisfied with that, right?
Are you really going to leave? Well, thanks a lot. So, when are you going to move out?
I'll leave as soon as I get a room.
That's good news. Anyway, hurry up. I have to let Sandy know as soon as possible. Where did you go? It's Sunday. Did you go for work?
I have some errands to run.
By the way, how are the preparations for the move going? If you haven't finished it yet, why don't you take care of those on your day off? I told you to hurry up, didn't I?
I haven't found a room yet. You'll just have to wait a little longer.
You just need to prepare everything so you can move right away when you find the room. Don't waste your time. I can help you with the move.
Are you telling me that you want me to get out of our house that badly?
Let me ask you something instead. Are you worried about your sister?
Worried about what?
If I don't let her come home soon, she might get too tired and collapse at work. What if she gets sick because of that? Can you take the responsibility?
Absolutely not.
I knew you would say that. You're always thinking only about yourself. What a selfish girl. You're just like your father.
You know what? It's not that easy to find a room. It's only been a week. You should wait a little longer.
Then you can look for a room while you're at work, right? You have a lot of spare time anyway. Do it quickly.
There's no way I can look for a room while I'm at work. Don't be silly. I'm not playing around either.
But you just sit at the office all day in front of the computer, don't you? Why don't you just browse online and search for the room you want to move in? You should at least be smart enough to do that.
You won't know what kind of room it is until you see it with your own eyes. You can't just decide by looking at the pictures posted on the internet. If I fail, I'll have to move again, which will cost me extra time and money.
You've always been so selfish. And you're also lazy. You always want to try on clothes before buying them and check out everything before you enroll at school. You've been doing too many unnecessary things. You should be more efficient.
I'm searching for my place to live. I need to check about the security and so on. I'm going to live here, so let me take my time to decide.
You don't have to do that much. It's only a place for you to get some sleep. Besides, no one would harm an unattractive woman like you. In other words, it doesn't matter where you live.
That's terrible. You don't have to say that much. What's the matter with you, Mom?
It's you who are terrible. I feel so sorry for Sandy. And you act like you had nothing to do with it. Are you really Sandy's sister?
Enough is enough. Then I'm not going home anymore. You can do whatever you want with my stuff. Feel free to hire a mover anyway.
Are you sure? So you're going to be homeless or something?
Stop kidding me. There's no way I'm going to do that.
Well then, you can go out empty-handed if you want. Just don't do anything that'll get you in trouble with the police. I don't want you to put more burdens to our family. Hey, Sandy was asking if she can stay at your place. Where are you now?
It doesn't matter where I am. You don't care about me, do you?
You're not going to stay at a cheap motel or something like that, are you?
It's none of your business anyway.
Okay then. Do you have an extra bed for Sandy?
Yes, I do.
I'm just worried that Sandy might get sick from the unsanitary conditions of her new room.
Huh? Stop being rude to me, Mom.
Make sure she sleeps on a clean bed, okay?
Don't worry about that. Sandy said it's more comfortable to stay with me.
What do you mean? Where are you?
If Sandy won't tell you, why should I tell you?
Don't tell me that. You're asking Sandy to pay for her stay. I won't forgive you if you do that.
Listen, I think you've misunderstood me, Mom, so I'll tell you the truth.
Misunderstood? Don't be rude to me, Julia. I'm your mother. There's no way I misunderstood our family matters.
Huh? Why are you being so hysterical? I was just trying to tell you that I don't have any money problems. Why are you being so upset?
Stop blabbering nonsense. You got a job at a small company, right? There's no way that you're receiving a good salary. That's why you need money to make ends meet.
How long ago was that? I told you that I started my own business, didn't I?
Really? I don't know anything about that.
That's because you are not interested in me at all. I knew you weren't listening, but I didn't think you'd go this far. As your daughter, I'm sad to hear that.
You just got a new job at a different company, right? Did you get fired or something?
That's enough. There's no way I can explain to you because you won't understand. This whole conversation is just a waste of time.
Who do you think you're talking to? Don't talk back to your mother. Anyway, tell Sandy to go back home right now. There's nothing to gain by staying with you. Just do what you are told, Julia. Hey, Julia. Sandy told me that she's moving out. Can you explain what's going on?
I thought Dad told you about that.
Your father has nothing to do with this. What are you talking about all of a sudden? I'm asking about Sandy, your sister.
I think Dad is involved too. Both Sandy and Dad said that they are moving out.
Huh? What do you mean? Stop making up stories.
I'm telling you the truth. The house is going to be sold. I think you should get ready to move out.
Wait a minute. I don't know what you're talking about.
What? But Dad told you about divorce, right?
Divorce? Now is not the right time to talk about your father. Besides, divorce is just your father's usual selfishness. Just leave him alone and he'll be in a better mood. Your father has always been like that.
I don't think Dad is being selfish. You are the one who's being selfish. Besides, I think he really meant it when he said he couldn't take it anymore. I know exactly how Dad feels.
That's not true, so you don't have to worry. It's your father who will be in trouble without me.
I don't think so. Dad is a good cook and he can do the housework too. If I were you, I wouldn't let him leave. Besides, I've always thought it's hard to find a father who's as independent as Dad.
Huh? Are you serious?
I'm thinking of asking Sandy and Dad to help me at work. I've already told them the details, so I think both of them are serious.
What kind of work? What the heck are you talking about?
I don't know if you will understand or not. I'm starting my own apparel company.
Apparel?
It's all about fashion, so it seems that you were right. Sandy is attractive and she has a lot of friends, right? That's why I'm going to ask her to do the PR for my company. It's a great idea, isn't it?
Stop blabbering nonsense.
Just listen to me until I finish talking. Dad says that he's going to take advantage of his experience and will do the sales-related work.
Are you telling me that your father and Sandy are going along with your stupid dream story?
That's right.
What?
To be honest, I'm starting a business with uncertain future. The fact that Dad is willing to divorce you to take on this challenge means that he's serious.
Then I'll join you. I'll carry Sandy's bag or whatever. If you want, I can be Sandy's assistant. You can pay me $2,000 a month as Sandy's assistant.
No, there's nothing you can do to help. I'd rather donate that money to my clients than pay you $2,000. Also, Dad is divorcing you and he's willing to help us. It would be annoying for everyone if you join my company, so I'm not gonna let you do that. How can I trust a mother who would kick out her own daughter?
Then what's going to happen to me? What am I supposed to do for my family?
I don't think you have to do anything. From your point of view, you'll be free from me and Dad, right? You don't have to take care of anything. I think that's good enough for you. It's what you always want, isn't it?
Then what about Sandy? Will she be okay?
Sandy always hated you for being overprotective, and you don't even seem to notice that. Looks like she's been troubled about that all the time. Poor Sandy.
Oh no. Did Sandy say that by herself? That must be a lie. There's no way she would say such a thing.
There's no way I would lie to you about something like this. Besides, Sandy said that she wants to work with me. I'm sincerely happy for that.
No kidding. Then how am I supposed to make a living? I don't even have enough money.
Dad said that you can have the money he earned from selling our house. That's enough money for you to live on. I honestly think he doesn't have to give you the money. He says it's his last kindness to you. Dad is a really nice guy, isn't he?
Then what will happen to me after the house is sold? Where am I supposed to live?
It's up to you. Why don't you live together with your new guy or rent a small apartment somewhere? You don't need a big house, do you? Why don't you just rent a room with the money you get from selling our house?
I've never rented before and I don't want to. I don't even know how to do the paperwork. What should I do?
I'll take care of the complicated procedures for you. You should at least prepare for the move yourself and just make sure you get divorced from Dad. It'll affect his future job.
I refuse. I won't approve the divorce.
What? Mom, do you really think you're in a position to be so bossy? Who the heck do you think you are?
What do you mean?
Why don't you take a deep breath and think about it carefully? You know yourself the best.
I haven't done anything wrong, so I don't have to think about that.
Oh well, if that's the way it is, I don't blame you. Then you and Dad can talk about the divorce.
Hey, I can't reach your dad. Can you tell me why?
Because you are so selfish that the discussion about your divorce is stuck. I can understand how Dad is getting exhausted talking to you. He said he's hired a lawyer.
Is that so? Listen, I don't have enough money to live on. Can you help me?
What? Anyway, are you ready to move out?
Move out? What do you mean?
I told you, the sooner you sell the house, the sooner you'll get the money. I've told you many times about that, haven't I?
That may be true, but aren't you worried about your mother? I have no place to move in.
You know what? Dad is the only person who cared about me until now. You've been neglecting me. I've had a lot of humiliating experiences. So I guess it's time for you to experience the same thing.
That's because I thought Sandy was on my side until now. Anyway, I'll be nice to you from now on. I'll do my best for the family. I'll actively take care of you, and I'll even help you with your work. So please, come back.
No, that's absolutely impossible. Dad himself said he absolutely doesn't want to do it. I definitely don't want to do it either.
Why do you say that so forcefully? I've been doing my best for my family. You've seen that, right?
Let me be honest with you, Mom. You think I don't know?
About what? I'm not hiding anything. I told you I didn't do anything wrong.
You disgust me, Mom. You need to think about your life from now on by yourself. Dad has been very patient with you. You're such a jerk for not even knowing that.
Huh? What are you talking about? I've been patient with your dad too.
You've got to be kidding me. Let me just be brutally honest. You were having an affair, weren't you?
What? Affair? I didn't do that. What makes you say that?
Dad didn't want to say it out loud. He tried to divorce you because of a personality mismatch. You really didn't understand how kind Dad was. If you insist so much, I'll tell Dad to talk to you about alimony and stuff.
Alimony? Look, I don't have that kind of money. There's no way I can pay that. That's why you can't charge me with that.
I have all the evidence I need, but I don't want to get in trouble with you. I've been so calm until today. Why can't you understand that?
I see. Then I'm sorry. So please, forgive me. I promise that I won't see that guy I had an affair with from now on. I will do my best to take care of my family.
I'm afraid I can't grant your wish. I know that you just don't want to take responsibility for anything. You always put the blame on someone else. Mom, you're just too selfish.
Don't say that. I just needed a break. I told you that. Even housewives need a day off, didn't I?
You've been neglecting me since a long time ago, Mom. I really wanted you to take care of me like what you did with Sandy. I wanted to be spoiled by you, but now it's too late.
Hey, I'm really sorry. I'm apologizing to you, Julia. From now on, I will change my mind and how I behave.
Oh yeah, if you're going to change your mind, then you must divorce Dad and move out of our house. That's the only way you can fix things. Bye.
Hold on a sec. Julia, are you there?
It was very painful, but I decided to cut ties with my mother. Furthermore, my younger sister, who had received affection from my mother in the wrong way, confessed to me that she hated my mother's words and actions. It was hard for me, but I think my sister must have had a hard time too. Now, Sandy and I are joining forces with our father to start a new company as planned. It is full of hardships that I had never had to face before, but every day is fulfilling. And as for my parents' divorce, it has been unexpectedly prolonged due to the fact that my mother did not give her consent to the divorce. So we have resorted to a last resort. We confronted her with the evidence of her affair. As a result, we received alimony from her. My mother, who lost her house and money, is now working part-time as a cashier at a supermarket. She is now living in a shabby apartment without a bath and far from the station. It seems that it will be difficult for her to live a wealthy life in the future. I think she deserved that, since she was having an affair behind my dad's back and treating me badly.
Hey Evangeline, starting next month, I want you to transfer $2,500 a month in remittances. Do I make myself clear to you?
That's just too much. Why do I have to send that much money to you? I don't understand.
You're my daughter-in-law after all, so it's common sense for you to do that to show filial piety. Don't you think so? Are you telling me that you're not even capable of doing that? You are such a stupid woman that you can't even understand such a thing.
Please, tell me why you need that much money. I can't do it without understanding the reason. It's about money, so please, give me a clear explanation.
Sending money is an absolute, so there's no need to explain.
Why is it absolute? It's about money, so normally, people would ask about the reason.
Stop messing around with me. You are a woman, but you're so cocky.
Gender doesn't matter. Let me say it again. Please explain the reason properly.
Shut up! Women are supposed to shut up and listen to their husbands and mothers-in-law. If you have time to talk back, start preparing to send me money.
It's not that I'm talking back to you. You're the one who's being so arrogant. Anyway, please at least explain why you're asking me to send you money.
My husband is in debt. That's why I need money.
Seriously? As I recall, your husband is a famous landowner around here, right? He also owns a condo. He must have a good income from the rent. I don't think there's any necessity for him to be in debt.
The real estate business isn't going well, so he borrowed money and invested in foreign currencies. He lost a lot of money and was left with nothing but debt. I didn't want to tell you this because it would be bad for my husband's reputation, but I have no choice.
Oh dear, I'm surprised that such a thing happened. By the way, how much is the debt?
It's about $30,000.
That's quite a lot. Have you asked your husband about what he's going to do to clear his debt? I think both of you need to discuss it first.
Actually, my husband's mother needs nursing care starting from last month. He went back to his parents' home alone. So I just don't know how I can deal with the rest.
I heard that your husband's mother was suffering from a serious illness. Did he go back home to take care of her?
He said that he's not coming back until the perfect time comes. I don't understand why he wants me to take care of his debts and go back to his parents by himself. What a terrible husband. I'm having a hard time, you know.
You are a housewife and your husband asks you to pay for his debts? That's a horrible thing to do.
I'm glad that you understand my situation. That's why I asked for your help. I'm getting so frustrated because you keep nagging at me. You're supposed to send me money every month.
Calm down, please.
I've already told you why I'm doing this, haven't I? Anyway, you need to send me $2,500 every month from now on.
What did Judas say about this?
Judas doesn't have anything to do with this. Please don't tell him.
He's your own son. I think he has the right to know. It's strange if your own son doesn't know anything about this.
Judas is busy with work every day. Can you take responsibility if he gets sick because of stress? You are an inconsiderate wife.
Well, I'm working too anyway.
Judas told me. He said that you don't do much work because you spend most of your time at home. Why don't you work more seriously?
Please don't say random things. I'm doing my best at work. It's just that I work from home most of the time.
That's a lie. It's some sort of easy-to-do part-time job or something like that, right? I know that you're just working as a hobby and you use your husband's money to buy unnecessary things. And yet, I don't understand how you can talk so brazenly with me.
Anyway, let's get back to the point. $2,500 every month is just too much. That's like giving you my entire monthly salary.
Huh? That's a reasonable amount for monthly allowance.
We have a life here too. If I give you that much, I don't think me and my husband can make ends meet.
Judas's salary should be enough for both of you to live on. You just need to increase your part-time job and give me $2,500 per month.
I can't do that.
What a terrible wife. Not helping your mother-in-law when she is in a sticky situation is horrible.
I didn't say I wouldn't help. As for the debt, it will affect me and Judas's lives as well. I will consult with my husband first and decide about what to do from now on. Please wait a while.
I told you earlier not to put the burden on Judas, didn't I? Don't you understand? You're impossible.
Having to pay a $30,000 debt is a serious problem. Your son has the right to know about that. Most people will do the same thing when they're in the same situation.
If Judas gets so worried that he can't concentrate on his work, you'd be in trouble too. I'm worried about you too.
I will give full consideration when we discuss about this, so please, don't worry. I will contact you if there's any progress.
Wait! Are you trying to run away from me?
My name is Evangeline. I'm a 27-year-old housewife. I met my husband Judas, who is 3 years older than me, at university. We have been married for 3 years, but we don't have any children yet. We live separately from my parents-in-law. So we try to keep in touch with each other from time to time by phone. I had no idea that my mother-in-law would make such nonsensical demand. I'm so dumbfounded. Anyway, I thought I had to talk to my husband about it, so I sent him a message. I was absolutely stunned by the reply I received. Just now, your mother asked me to send money to her. She said that she needs $2,500 every month. What do you think? It's quite a huge amount.
You're working, so it shouldn't be a problem, right? Why don't you just send her the amount she desires?
Are you kidding me?
If Mom is in trouble, it's your duty as my wife to help her. It's common sense.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna work for your parents' debt. I can't afford $2,500 every month, considering what we're living on now.
Mom asked you to do that, so you need to obey her. I have nothing to do with it.
Huh? But she's your own mother. Your mother's in trouble and you don't want to do anything to help her? That's just crazy.
Stop blabbering nonsense. You're so noisy. Anyway, I'm busy now.
The reason why your mother needs the money is because of your father's debt. Did you know about that?
So what?
Let's think about the worst case scenario. When it comes to inheritance-related matters, if your father disappears without paying off the debts, you're gonna be in trouble.
That's why Mom is asking for your help. You just need to send the money to her to pay off the debt. That will solve the problem, right?
You know what? You should be a little more concerned about your parents.
You're being too easy on them, aren't you?
What do you mean?
You said you're working from home now, right?
I know, but...
It's easy to live as a woman, isn't it? They make a little money at home and spend it on luxuries with their husband's earnings. You're just living the best life you can, using the money you earn as an allowance. What are you bragging about? You're just a parasite.
That's terrible. You don't have to talk like that to me.
Do you want to get a divorce? I don't mind at all.
Divorce? Don't say it so easily.
Actually, I was thinking to divorce you when you get cocky. I've already prepared the divorce papers, so we can get divorced right away. I'm a very well-organized man, don't you think so?
No kidding.
If you think I'm lying, take a look in my study drawer. The divorce papers are in there.
I can't believe this is really happening.
If you don't want me to divorce you, send the money to Mom. If you don't have enough money, get a second job. You know, something like working at nightclubs, for example. You should work more.
What a horrible beast you are. I can't believe you would recommend a night job to your own wife.
You're not very smart. You can make more money with your body than with your brain. You should have guessed that much.
Absolutely not.
Then we're getting a divorce. If that happens, I'll ask for alimony too.
Why? Isn't that strange?
We're getting a divorce because you won't listen to Mom. You deserve to pay alimony.
That's too absurd.
Did you forget what I tell you every day? Do you want me to say it again?
Well, I remember, but...
I married an ugly woman like you, so you should be thankful to me every day. That's what I'm saying, right?
That's why I always tell you to stop saying that kind of thing. It hurts my feelings.
If I hadn't taken you as my wife, you'd be a single woman in Alaska right now. Do you understand that? You should be a little grateful.
Stop talking like that.
If you understood your situation, don't bother me with phone call just to discuss about this stupid matter. See you.
When are you going to transfer the money? You really are a goofy wife. I don't know what you're talking about. The $2,500 monthly allowance. If you can't even take care of me, you're not my son's wife. Do you want him to divorce you? If you want to talk about it, why don't you ask your son instead? I've already divorced him.
What? What do you mean that you're divorced?
We separated about a week ago, so we're strangers now. Please don't contact me again.
What are you thinking? Getting a divorce without my permission? I won't forgive you.
Judas originally intended to have a divorce and had the divorce papers ready.
He prepared the divorce papers in advance?
He told me that if I can't obey him, he would divorce me. He even prepared the divorce papers for me. I signed it and submitted it to the authorities. So we are not a married couple anymore.
Huh? That's ridiculous. What did Judas say?
He keeps calling me like a lunatic. I'm ignoring all of his calls anyway. He did terrible things to me, so I don't want to deal with him anymore.
I'm contacting Judas now. Just wait for a while. Don't you dare to ignore me, Evangeline. Answer me. To submit the divorce papers on your own is crazy, isn't it? That's right.
Are we going to have a discussion here? There's nothing for me to talk about anymore. I know it's a hassle, but I'll deal with you guys for a bit.
I told you I'd charge you alimony if we get divorced. You haven't forgotten about that, have you? I'll make sure you pay it. You can charge her alimony? Judas, you're so smart. I'm proud of you.
Dahlia, your son got scammed and ended up in debt. That's stupid, right? You must be crazy if you think that he's smart.
Who told you that?
It's some kind of side business course where you can earn money easily. Looks like Judas even borrowed money to pay for that expensive course. I was surprised when I found out about that.
How did you find out?
When I collected the divorce papers from your study drawer, I also took a look at your computer.
It's an invasion of privacy. What happened to the password in the first place? You can't access into my computer without typing the password.
The password is your mother's birthday, right? I'm glad you're a mama's boy. Accessing your computer was a piece of cake.
Darn it! I should have changed my password.
I also took a look at your Instagram account.
I can't believe you just did that. How far are you going to interfere with my private life?
You wrote that if people can have fun and earn money from home like your wife, you want to do it too. You're pathetic.
I was just trying to tell the truth.
You thought you could do it and tried to start a side business. Then you got scammed and ended up in debt. You're definitely an idiot, Judas.
Shut up! I'm the victim here. You're so stupid that you can only talk so rude like that. You should consider about other people's feelings. That's right. Judas came to my house crying because he was shocked that someone stole his money. Don't you feel sorry for him?
Seriously? Was he crying in front of you, Dahlia?
Mom, I'm not going to talk about that, so will you please stop?
This is the perfect timing, so just let me hear all about your plans.
About the money? It wouldn't look good for a husband to hang on to his wife, would it? So I demanded that money from you under the guise of filial piety. Then, I was planning to use the money to pay off Judas's debt. It's a really good idea, isn't it?
Are you telling me that this money transfer scandal has nothing to do with Judas's father? He doesn't know anything about this, right?
That's correct. He's not home right now, and I don't think he'd be able to verify anything. That's why it was so convenient for me to use him as an excuse.
Blaming someone who had nothing to do with it is such a cruel thing to do. I wonder what kind of nerve you have that you were able to even come out with that idea. I mean, using your own husband as an excuse to pay off your son's debt is just crazy.
Well, it can't be helped since the truth has been exposed. Judas, when is your summer bonus coming in? Why are you asking about that out of the blue? You're working for a big company, so the bonus amount should be good, right? Why don't you pay off your debt with it? I can't do that. Until now, Evangeline was in charge of the family finances. So you just couldn't control your income and expenses, right? But now that both of you are divorced, all the income is yours. Then you can afford to make the debt payments. With what you earn, you can pay off in no time.
Dahlia, I just want to let you know about this. Judas probably can't pay off the debt alone.
Why not? Stop saying random things.
Random things? Judas's monthly take-home pay is $1,200. How is he going to pay off the debt with that amount of income?
You... Don't say that now. Judas told me that his take-home pay is $12,000 per month. Stop telling me lies, Evangeline.
It's definitely $1,200 per month. As a matter of fact, Judas once broke 20 computers at his company.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
No, Mom, I have a proper reason for that.
Those computers were attacked by virus because Judas was browsing a lewd website at work. The virus went through the whole network and 20 computers broke down. They deducted the repairing cost for those computers from his paycheck every month.
A lewd website? Unbelievable!
Don't talk anymore, Evangeline.
But you built a new house, didn't you? I heard it was a 35-year mortgage. You can't even pay for the mortgage if you only receive $1,200 per month.
That's right. The owner of that house is Judas, but since the amount of his salary has reduced, I was the one who's paying every month.
I don't think you're telling the truth. There's no way you can pay the house mortgage. How can you say you are paying when you don't even have a decent job?
I make $100,000 a year.
You're lying, aren't you?
I'm telling the truth. It's impossible to make ends meet for two people if your monthly salary is just $1,200.
You say you work from home, so even if you were making money, I thought you'd be making about $1,000 per month at most.
Of course not.
But $100,000 a year is just too much.
I don't know if I should tell you this, but I'm a popular blog writer. I do a lot of corporate projects and I make a lot of money from that. Don't you dare make fun of me.
I didn't know about that.
You never told me that.
I told you that I'm making money by writing blog.
I don't remember anything about that.
You should listen to what people tell you.
I'm toast. If this keeps going on like this, all our plans to pay off the debt will go up in smoke. What should I do to pay off my debt?
You also need to pay for the alimony, so it's going to be tough from now on. You need to work harder than ever.
Judas is the one who's going to charge you for alimony, so stop talking nonsense.
I've consulted a lawyer. It's going to be very difficult for Judas to charge me with alimony.
What?
In the first place, it's difficult to charge for alimony in divorce unless it was caused by something like domestic violence and adultery.
Then you can't charge me alimony since I didn't do anything like that.
Don't you realize that you've been verbally abusing me on a regular basis?
I didn't say anything rude. Don't exaggerate things.
You can charge alimony for verbal abuse too. I have audio recordings to prove it anyway. I'm glad I recorded it.
You did that?
I was feeling unwell, so I went to the hospital to get a medical checkup. They diagnosed me with depression. I have a diagnosis result with me.
I didn't know that you went to the hospital. You used to fight back whenever I yelled at you, didn't you? I don't think you could do that if you were sick.
Even so, your outbursts were causing me stress. It's only natural after you said such terrible things to me.
Alimony for that kind of thing is too much.
I've been told by my lawyer that it's possible to claim compensation for emotional distress, so please pay the alimony.
What about division of property? If you make $100,000 a year, you must have some savings.
Unfortunately, I don't have any savings.
No kidding.
You stole my savings when I was single, didn't you? Don't tell me you don't know anything about that.
What are you talking about?
Stop playing dumb with me, Judas. I couldn't find my bank book, and that account has $50,000 in it. I don't think a thief broke into our house, so it must be you.
I have no idea about that.
Then maybe I should just call the police to find out about what happened. I'm sure they'll investigate right away.
Don't make it a big deal, okay?
Then why don't you just tell the truth?
I stole the bank book.
I knew it. The money we saved before we got married will not be considered as our property. You have to pay me back.
Do you have any other savings?
Yes, but it's not much. I think it was about $5,000. So if we split it into half, It'll be $2,500 for each of us.
That's not even close. My debt is $30,000. I can't pay it off.
I don't care. It's your own fault. Why don't you take care of it yourself?
I'm getting a headache.
Anyway, I have some unfortunate news for you, Dahlia.
What is it?
I've reported this case to your husband. It's crazy to think that he doesn't know anything about this.
You told my husband about this?
Of course I did. It seems that your husband is considering to divorce you. You'd better think about it. You might be charged with alimony too.
It's mostly Dad's fault.
Blaming other people won't solve your problem, Judas. Stop being childish.
I was originally going to get the money from Dad, but he said that he's using the money to take care of my grandma. He only gives Mom the bare minimum amount every month, you know? So I had no choice but to do it this way.
How could you say such a thing? It's not your father's fault. You're the one who went into debt, so it's all your fault. You should think like an adult.
Shut up! Say something to her, Mom.
Evangeline, I'm really sorry. From now on, you can think of me as your real mother. Let's support each other and live together. Isn't that what a family is supposed to be?
What are you talking about? I'm not your family anymore.
What are you saying, Mom?
Shut up, Judas. I'm cutting ties with you.
Huh? Why? I don't understand.
Because of you, my husband is going to divorce me. Besides, I don't want to pay for your debt. Stop kidding me.
I can't believe you're gonna cut ties with me, Mom.
Oh my God. This is just too much to handle.
Don't worry, Evangeline. I'm already on your side.
Yeah, whatever.
You must be doing a hard job if you make $100,000 a year, right? I'll take care of the housework and other things, so you can concentrate on your work. You should work harder than before.
I refuse.
What? I told you that I'm sorry for what I've done to you, didn't I?
I don't care if you're sorry, but I'm not going to live together with you. I can do the housework by myself. I'm good at time management, so you don't have to worry about me. I will live on my own from now on.
Why? Don't abandon me, please.
I don't want to do that because I hate you with all my heart.
You shouldn't say such a horrible thing so clearly.
I have to tell you loud and clear to prevent misunderstanding.
Oh no.
Well then, I'll have to talk to my lawyer about the rest. Goodbye. After that, I firmly demanded Judas for compensation and the money he stole from me. It's obvious since he used my precious money for his own good. Judas is having a hard time paying all of those. The total debt came to nearly $100,000. I think he deserves that. Also, Dahlia was divorced from her husband. She has been a housewife all her life, so she can't easily find a job. She had no choice than to live together with her son. However, there was no way they could make ends meet because of Judas's debt. $1,200 take-home pay is not even enough to put food on the table. In addition, Judas, who was in need of money, embezzled his company's money out of desperation. It was just unbelievable. But his company soon found out, so he was fired. After that, he got arrested by the police. Judas was unable to pay for the house mortgage, so he had no choice than to sell the house. Even though he was able to get some money from that, I think it'll be difficult for him and his mother to pay for their living expenses from now on. Dahlia, who lost her place to live, is now working part-time job. She's now living alone in a shabby apartment. As for me, when I wrote about this case on my blog, it went viral and I was amazed. The story was published as a book and my work is going well. I regretted at first that I had married a terrible man, but now I think it was a good life experience.
Hey, can I talk to you for a second? What's up? I have a little time. It's about our anniversary. There's this French place I've been thinking about. Can I make a reservation there? We can enjoy a leisurely course meal and then...
You know, I'm sorry, Carol, but I might not be able to take time off on our anniversary.
What? That's terrible. It's our wedding anniversary. Can't you do something about it?
I was planning to, and I've tried, but I have plans that I can't cancel.
Yeah, but it's our anniversary.
I'm really sorry.
But if it's work, it can't be helped. I understand.
Thanks.
I'll cancel lunch and make dinner reservations. If you can get home on time, you can make it, right?
No. What if I can't make it home? I'll feel bad if you have to cancel.
You'll have to use your anniversary power to get out of it. It's only one day a year.
Don't be so unreasonable. It's my job. If I'm late to meet you... Carol, you'll be furious, right?
Well, I don't know. I'll be fine as long as you call me.
Anyway, I've been busy lately. Can we celebrate our anniversary later? We'll celebrate it another time.
If you're busy, no problem. I understand. But please come home as soon as possible. It's an important day, so I'd like to at least cook a nice dinner.
Okay.
Max, aren't you done with work yet? Hey, today's our wedding anniversary. Hey, can't you at least call me? I've been waiting for you for a long time.
Annoying.
I'm annoying?
Sorry. I was going to leave early, but I made some errors. It's going to take me a little longer.
Oh, I see. Our anniversary will be over in a little while.
Sorry, I'll hurry home.
I understand. Oh, but there's something I really want to say today.
What is it?
Actually, I'm pregnant. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't wait to tell you. I couldn't hold back any longer. Hey, are you listening to me? You're too happy to say anything?
You know what?
Are
you sure it's mine?
Huh? What are you talking about? Even if it's a joke, it's not funny. Of course it's your child.
Because we've been trying to get pregnant for 5 years. Anyone would think we're infertile.
Well, I thought I couldn't, but... How could I have a child with someone other than you? I can't believe it. How can you say that? I thought you would be more pleased.
I can't believe it either. You're having an affair, aren't you? I'm not mad at you. Just tell me the truth.
Huh? I can't believe you. Are you serious?
Of course I'm serious. It's not something to joke around about.
I don't understand. Why are you thinking like that? Would you believe me if I did a DNA test?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I'd hate for it to not be mine, so...
That really sucks. What are you saying? I thought you'd be happy.
No husband would be happy about his adulterous wife getting pregnant.
So why am I supposed to be the one having an affair? That's terrible.
I don't know. You weren't satisfied with me, right?
Max, what's wrong with you? It's weird, you talking like that. It's our wedding anniversary. What did I do? You're assuming I'm having an affair. Do you have any proof?
The proof is your pregnancy. That's the best proof, right? I feel bad. I'm sorry, but I can't be with a woman who's having an affair. Stop lying to me and divorce me. I'm not coming home.
What? Divorce? What is going on with you? Hey, wait. This is not happening. Are you serious?
Just hurry up, okay?
This is happening too quickly. Sorry, I can't keep up with what you're saying. Let me think.
I mean it. Prepare for divorce and do it soon, okay? Hey, are you ready yet? Huh? You're a sneaky bitch. Give it up. The only thing you can do now is divorce. Just admit it.
Hey, Max. I want to know the exact reason. As it is, I don't understand why you want a divorce. On our wedding anniversary, you suddenly started talking about divorce. Did you start to hate me? Or did you find someone else you like?
What? How can I love someone else? I just said I can't be with a wife who had an affair and got pregnant. Your infidelity is the main reason.
I'm really not having an affair. What are you basing that on? You can even do a DNA test.
Even if I don't, I know it's not mine. Besides, DNA testing is done after the baby is born, right? There's no way I can wait that long. Please don't take up any more of my time.
We can do it before the baby is born, even now if you want.
I see. Medical science has come a long way.
What are you talking about? What do you want to do? Should we get you checked out?
No. I don't want a medical inspection. That's too much.
It's already too much. The father of my child has told me he's divorcing me. It's crazy what you're saying, okay?
Whoa, I get it. I'm going to call this a personality conflict. I'm in emotional distress.
Huh?
You and me, we're getting a divorce on the basis of a personality clash. What do you think? You don't have a problem with that, do you?
My adultery is followed by a personality conflict? Isn't that too much? I want you to be honest with me.
I'm telling you right now. You're acting like I'm lying. Now that you know what I want, let's get on with it. Just divorce me, okay?
You want a divorce because you got your mistress pregnant, right?
Huh? No. What are you talking about? Don't be ridiculous.
So, because you got your lover pregnant and you committed adultery, you had to divorce me quickly, right? So you could remarry her, right? Isn't that right?
What? What are you talking about? What is this? You've got to be kidding me.
I'm not joking. You know what? You think I haven't done anything all week? All of a sudden, I'm asked for a divorce, and on our anniversary too. It made me so sad, and it's still very painful. It's really, really hard. But I decided to be strong for the sake of my baby. I'm going to be a mother.
What are you blabbering on about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you still trying to keep this a secret at this point? I've looked into everything you've done.
Huh? Investigated me? Investigated what?
I've identified the girl that you're having an affair with, and I have proof of your infidelity. It's useless to play dumb.
Huh? What do you mean?
You're really so stubborn. I said all this and you still won't admit it?
So what are you talking about? I don't understand what you're saying.
I'm divorcing you, but the cause is your infidelity. I did nothing wrong.
Because of my affair? That's the cause? What the hell is that? Don't be such a pain in the ass. You'll be in trouble.
Huh? What do you mean, trouble? You're the one who's in trouble. When I told you about my pregnancy, you accused me of infidelity. And then you said you're divorcing me? That's not normal, right? How dare you hide your own adultery so that you can remarry? And you told me that our baby doesn't belong to you. What kind of person are you?
All right. Let's calm down, shall we?
Isn't it you who isn't calm? Oh, by the way, today, I sent a letter to your parents' house and your mistress's house today. If you really don't believe me, please take a look at it.
What? A letter? Hey, what are you doing to me? How dare you?
What are you doing? How dare you? What do you mean? Can you stop acting like you're the victim? I'm the victim. I sent the letters so that they know of your affair.
That girl is so innocent. And her parents love me so much. If they find out I'm a married man, they might have a breakdown, you know? You want me to leave her on her own?
Huh? So what? I almost had a breakdown when I was accused of adultery and told to get a divorce. I mean, she doesn't know about that. I see. You're the devil, aren't you?
I'm not like you. You're naive, you're weak, and I had to protect you. Don't talk nonsense. Marrying you was the biggest mistake of my life.
That's my line. I've been saying that often. I know how you feel. I know that you don't love me or our child one bit. Now you can talk to me through your lawyer. Goodbye.
Carol, I'm sorry. Please answer me. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, forgive me. Can we start over again? How's the baby? Is everything okay? The three of us can do our best from now on.
I've been hearing from you every day. Will you stop contacting me? I have nothing to do with you anymore.
Carol, thank God you answered me. What a happy day today. I'm really a lucky guy. I'm so happy I'm crying.
I feel nauseous. Don't give me that BS. Why don't you get on with it and sign the papers my lawyer gave you? I'm busy with what's going on here. I don't have time to be texting with you.
I'm sorry. I've seen the papers. But the division of assets, alimony, child support, this wouldn't be necessary if we didn't get divorced, right? So let's start over for the kids' sake.
Huh? Are you crazy? Isn't it obvious that property division, alimony, and child support are necessary? What's with you all of a sudden?
I didn't really want a divorce. I was threatened by the other girl. She said she'd die if I didn't marry her. That's why I had to say it like that.
Huh? So?
So, I want to start over.
So? What about the fact that you had an affair? Did that change?
It didn't change.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. You and I have nothing to do with each other anymore. And that threat is probably a lie anyway. I've been in touch with the other girl. She's really nice. Honest. Vulnerable. Too good for you.
What? Why are you contacting her?
Because I wanted to get payment from your affair partner too. That's why I talked to her. I have that right. But she really didn't know that you were married. And now the other girl is asking you for alimony too, right? That's why you're kissing up to me, isn't it?
Don't talk to me like that. I contacted you because I thought you and the baby were more important. You have to trust me.
What kind of talk is that? If we're really important to you, sign the papers.
Hey, please reconsider.
No matter what you say, my intentions remain the same.
I want to apologize in person because I'm sorry. You've got to meet me.
No, I don't want to. After you sign the papers, please contact my lawyer.
I won't betray you anymore. I'll only tell the truth.
Sign the papers and call my lawyer.
I'll make you happy this time.
Just do it. After that, I had a discussion including my in-laws. As a result, I was able to get a divorce without any problems. I have been very surprised by the people around me. I am now friends with the girl with whom he had an affair. We somehow hit it off, even though we were in such a situation. Her parents even gave me a place to work after the baby was born. Her parents owned several companies, and they were very wealthy. It seems that Max's intention in targeting her was to become their son-in-law and inherit their company. What a shallow man. I feel so ashamed of myself for having lived with such a man even for a few years. I'm so glad that I divorced him. From now on, I will only think about my child and raise them well. A man like that is not good for their upbringing, so it's better I do it alone.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!